O thou incomparable God, O thou Lord of the kingdom, these souls are thy heavenly army. Assist them. Assist them, and with the cohorts of the Supreme Concourse, make them victorious, so that each one of them may become like unto a regiment and conquer these countries through the love of God and the illumination of divine teachings. O God, be thou their supporter and their helper, and in the wilderness, the mountain, the valley, the forests, the prairies, and the seas, be thou their confidant, so that they may cry out through the power of the kingdom and the breath of the Holy Spirit. Verily, thou art the powerful, the mighty, and the omnipotent, and thou art the wise, the hearing, and the seeing.
Thank you, Randall. Um, this is really an honor and a great joy to have Red Grammar here as our speaker. As I was mentioning earlier, those of us that grew up in Houston grew up with a steady diet of Red Grammar songs that was sung around in our family. And if I might embarrass my friend Riaz Masroor here, having Riaz Masroor's wife sing Red Grammar songs at our children's classes every Sunday. There was almost always one or two Red Grammar songs. And I think Red remembers this, that with his permission, last year at an IAC interfaith event, we let the event off with the Red Grammar song. I think it was Teaching Peace, if I remember correctly. But I had emailed Red and asked for permission to use one of his songs as an introduction to our theme. So anyway, let me tell you a little bit about Red. I'm going to read some of his from his bio. Red Grammar is beloved around the world for creating music and media that connects kids and adults to the best in themselves and others. His work celebrates the oneness of humanity and the wonder and magnificence of the natural world. A Grammy nominee for Best Recording for Children, Red has won numerous Parents' Choice Awards, including a Classic Award for his album, Teaching Peace, called by the All Music Guide one of the top 5 children recording of all time. In addition to his concert special on the Disney Channel, Red has been a guest on the Today Show and CBS This Morning. By the way, I did see you on CBS This Morning, or maybe it was the other one. I watched that one live. Combine his irrepressible playfulness and breathtaking vocal power with Red's live concert, delight audiences, young and old, across America and abroad. Grammar has performed in every state in the US, as well as 22 other countries around the world, including China, Russia, Ukraine, the Gambia, and Israel. Red is a frequent keynote and workshop presenter at educational conferences across the US. Red's current album and TV projects employ signature open-heartedness, joy de vivre, and inventive songwriting in a timely task of encouraging each of us to find our place in preserving the inestimable splendor and diversity of our precious home planet, Earth. Red lives with his wife, Jan, in Southern California, close to his beloved extended family, which includes his renowned pop singer's son, Andy Grammer. So that's what I have, but really, I besides all this formal stuff about your bio, Red, I'm so very happy and delighted that you agreed to join us. And really, I'm just going to turn it over to you. I'm really excited about hearing you talk and play music.
Well, thank you. Thank you. It's wonderful to be with you this morning. So much of my work is inspired by the Baha'i writings, and course, in my public performances, I'm not able to give credit for this quote, for this song, and this, all the different, references to where the songs come from. But as you'll see this morning, um, most of them are inspired by something in the Baha'i writings, and it's really great to be able to share that with people, so that just as an example of the extraordinary power that these writings have in transforming us, and and shaping the work we do. Whether it's writing songs, or uh, doing mediation work, or solving material problems in the world as engineers, or just the level of work that we commitment that we bring to what we do. So it's always fun to be able to share these things. I think I'd like to just start maybe with a couple of hidden words, if that's all right, and then we'll get into some fun things. But yeah, when we refer to the standard that Baha'u'llah brought every day, it really makes a difference in how we move through the world. This very first hidden words, it's so appropriate that it's the first one, because it sort of lays the foundation for everything. These short little sayings, the hidden words. O son of spirit, my first counsel is this: possess a pure, kindly, and radiant heart, that thine may be a sovereignty ancient, imperishable, and everlasting. Baha'u'llah. Just finished reading this, actually listening to. These days I take in books mostly in audio versions, because I'm driving around Los Angeles. But this book I just finished recently is called The Midnight Library. I don't know, has anybody read that book? It's a really interesting, very powerful book. In it, there's a young lady who, I'm a young lady, she's, what is she, maybe 30 or something, and it's fictional, and she is having a really difficult time in her life, and she decides that she doesn't want to continue anymore, and she tries to take her life, and she's put into a situation between the worlds, and it's called the Midnight Library. And you get to there are all these books of all the different kinds of lives you could have had if you've made different choices. And so the book is an example of her taking different books off the shelves and experiencing different possibilities of what her life could have been. And it's just that, she goes through hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of different lives, and experiences what her choices would have taken her to, and she's looking for happiness. And I don't have to explain how it all works out, but I came away with this astonishing appreciation that when I was 19 in college, I bumped into the Baha'is. And, after a couple of months of being exposed to the Baha'i writings and the Baha'i community, and the vision that the Baha'i faith has both for the world and for us as individuals, I became a Baha'i. And I made that choice. I pulled that book off of the shelf in the Midnight Library. And the results of that choice are so incredibly profound. And I just, whatever age we are, whether we're little or whether we're teens or whether we're in the beginning of our life, you know, making a life as an adult, or whether we have children, or whether we're like at my point where I'm, you know, 70 and still looking to learn, you know, how can I reflect better what God has in mind for me and for the world? These choices, wherever we are in our life, when we make the choice to turn towards God's will for us and God's will for humanity, it's such a powerful thing. So let me just do another hidden word to it. This is the these are the beginning ones in the this is number 3 and number 5 of the Arabic hidden words. Veiled in my immemorial being, and in the ancient eternity of my essence, I knew my love for thee, therefore I created thee, and have engraved on thee mine image, and revealed to thee my beauty. Love me that I may love thee. If thou lovest me not, my love can in no wise reach thee. Know this, know this, know this, O servant. Know this, know this, know this, O servant. So, the choices that we make every day, you know, that affect how our life unfolds and what it looks like. So that choice I made when I was 19, I was just I was a musician, you know, as a kid growing up. You know, I was playing the drums and learning how to play guitar, and was in the band that played all the dances in high school, and you know, went to college kind of as a music major, not knowing quite what I was going to do. I wasn't planning to do classical music. I was looking to write songs and all that, and just sort of made my way through college. And there I was. I became a Baha'i, and what Baha'u'llah says about music, you know, that it's the ladder for the soul. And it really changed. It just guided me. It didn't change so much because I sort of felt that when I would sing. You know, I was this 12 or 13, 14-year-old kid on a stage, sitting on the edge of the stage, singing a song. This is long before I knew anything about the Baha'i faith. Some of you might recognize this song. I'll sing a little of it. And by the way, if you can turn on your camera, it really helps, because I don't even know if there are any kids here or not. You know, and that would help me. If there aren't, you know, then I'll know where to go, and if there are, I'll know where to go. So, but this was a song that we sang in our band, and I'll just sing a little. but a song we sing. Fear's the way we die. You can make the mountains ring, or make the angels cry. Though the bird is on the wing, you may not know why. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Big hit on the radio. Big hit in the mid-60s. And I was sitting on the edge of the stage holding a mic. My eyes were closed. I wasn't real comfortable looking at people when I was singing like that, you know. And I opened my eyes at the end of the song, and you know, there were like clusters, you know, kids in clusters in front of the stage watching. You know, I opened my eyes at the end of the song, and the three girls in front of me were crying. And I said, whoa, that's wild. I mean, I felt something. They must have felt something too. So I knew as a young musician that music had power. When I became a Baha'i, it became clear to me, a little clearer to me, what I wanted to do, what I aspired to do as a musician. These choices, you know, they affect how we view the world and our place in it. So when we had our kids, my late wife Kathy and I, you know, we started writing songs for our kids, and then we made an album, and hey, there's a little one. And then before we knew it, we were making albums for kids. And this is one of the songs from one of the albums. If you have been to any of the places I name in this song, raise your hand as they go by, okay? Most of these are really far away, but some of you have been to some of these places. These are places in the world. Oh, and every time you hear me say, these are places in the world, you go like this. Okay, let's try it. These are places in the world. All right, yeah, you can do that. And make that sound. These are places in the world. Some you know, some you don't. Some you'll visit, and some you won't. Some are near, and some are far. Some sound exotic like Zanzibar, because these are places in the world. Bombay, Cape May, Mandalay, Baffin Bay, Baghdad, Leningrad, Ashgabat, Trinidad, LA, Norway, Paraguay, Monterey, Singapore, Ecuador, Bangalore, Baltimore. These are places in the world. Fiji, Sicily, Nagasaki, Tennessee, Cairo, Quito, Borneo, Idaho, Taiwan, Dijon, Saigon, Tehran, Guatemala, Oklahoma, Argentina, North Dakota. These are places in the world. Some are new and some are old. Some are hot and some are cold. Some are low and some are high. Some are wet and some are dry, because these are places in the world. Glasgow, Oslo, Fresno, Tsingtao, Falkland, Auckland, Yucatan, Disneyland, Libya, Namibia, Romania, Pennsylvania, Bora Bora, Walla Walla, Costa Rica, Bratislava. These are places in the world. Krakow, Changchao, Moscow, Tokelau, Dominique, Pikes Peak, Mozambique, Bitter Creek, Warsaw, Moose Jaw, Saskatoon, Cameroon, Haifa, Mecca, Bethlehem, Jerusalem. These are places in the world. High on a mountain, down on the plain, deep in the jungle, in the middle of the rain. Children laugh and children play, everywhere, every day, because these are places in the world. Yay. Okay. So, so much of the work that Kathy and I created together, and since she's passed, you know, I've gone on to do, really reflects this this quote and so many other quotes from Baha'u'llah. But this again is from the Hidden Words. O children of men, know ye not why we created you all from the same dust? That no one should exalt himself over the other. Ponder at all times in your hearts how ye were created. Since we have created you all from one same substance, it is incumbent on you to be even as one soul, to walk with the same feet, eat with the same mouth, and dwell in the same land, that from your inmost being, by your deeds and actions, the signs of oneness and the essence of detachment may be made manifest. Such is my counsel to you, O concourse of light. Heed ye this counsel, that ye may obtain the fruit of holiness from the tree of wondrous glory. So how many ways can we express that? Okay, you can help me out. We're going to do a song about food. All right? And we're going to sing some food expressions from around the world. First, we're going to sing in Italian. We're going to go buon appetito. And if you're Italian, you use your hands like this. So if you want, you can do that. Buon appetito. Then we're going to go to the country of Iran. Now, one of my top 5 dishes to eat in the world is fesanjun. And I actually make a pretty good fesanjun when I set my heart to it. If I see fesanjun, I say yum yum. That's because I was raised in America. I grew up speaking English. But if you are in Iran and you speak Farsi, you don't say yum yum, you say bah bah. So first we're going to sing buon appetito. Then we're going to say bah bah. Then we're going to go to the southern part of India. In the southern part of India, they speak the language of Tamil. And in Tamil, if you wanted to say, go ahead, eat. You know, maybe you're at a friend's house and you're waiting to know when you should dig into your food, and the host or hostess says, go ahead, eat. They would say, chumasapi dinga. And then we're going to go to the country that has the pyramids. In Egypt, if you're sitting down to a nice meal, in Egyptian Arabic, you say, Bel hana wishefa, which means eat your meal with happiness and complete healing. That's really nice. They're not talking about doctors and hospitals. They're talking about what you eat. So that's Bel hana wishefa. So.
Red, do you want people to unmute while they're doing this, or do just
I think it's better to be muted because the delay is going to throw us off. But where you are, go ahead and sing the words, okay? Sing them back to me, all right? So we get to the chorus. But this is another one where you raise your hand. It's another list song. If you hear me naming one of your favorite foods, raise your hand as it goes by, okay? Popcorn, pizza, fish sticks, and fries. New England clam chowder, hamburger, surprise. Panini with clams, manicotti, vermicelli, and fat crunchy pickles from the 2nd Street Deli. Chitlins, cracklins, black-eyed peas. Chili con queso, that's chili with cheese. Turnip greens, jelly beans, dum yum pie. Peroskis and chutneys and chicken pot pie. Buon appetito. Hummus and jicama and honey-baked ham, kiwi and congee, kebabs made with lamb, langosta, that's lobster, calamari, that's squid. I've even had octopus. I tried it. I did. Fungi and kimchi, poo-poo pie, gallina mwamba. I love it, oh boy. Fufu and yassa and plump roasted goose, caramelized flan and thick chocolate mousse. Buon appetito. Bye. Steamed, pickled, candied, dried, braised, boiled, baked, and fried. From all kinds of places and all kinds of lands, made with love and attention by all kinds of hands. Pesto and gumbo and liver pate, Tabasco, churrasco, and chicken satay. Wherever you come from, wherever you've been, pull up a chair and let's dig in. Buon appetito. Ba, ba. Tuna sapidinga. Elena Worshipa. Elena Worshipa. Ay, ay, ay. Elena Worshipa. Ooh la la. Elena Worshipa. How many ways can we say how connected we are? And food really connects us. What's so great about food is it is unity and diversity. And it's the diversity that I love. I've traveled all over the country and around the world. And one of my favorite hobbies is to try things that I've never eaten before, right? And you know where I go? I look for the little mom and pop restaurants in strip malls. That's where I find the really good stuff often. Anyway, so that's just one. Now I want to sing a song. What's the name of the little girl who that's on the Foruzan Lewis's picture? I see her. She was moving around and dancing around. And do we know her name? The little one? Anybody know? No, huh? She's the little one.
We know a little girl named Lotus that is online, but she's not showing her face.
What's her name?
Lotus. Lotus.
Lotus.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And let me see. Hold on a second. I'm going to send a little note to Foruzan and see if I can get her to tell me, or them to tell me. Let me see. There we go. Let me see. What's the name of the little one at your home? Okay. Lotus. So we'll start with that. One day, Kathy and I were sitting and we were thinking about the intrinsic worth of every soul, every person on the planet. And isn't it, I mean, do you ever get blown away? My mind gets blown by the fact there are 8 billion people on the planet, and God knows every single one of them intimately. It just blows my mind. But every single person who's on this planet has a right to be here because they were born. They were brought into existence. So we're going to start with Lotus, then we're going to go to Zara. That's the little girl's name. Okay. On the day that Lotus was born, on the day that Lotus was born, on the day that Lotus was born, the angels sang and they blew on their horns and they danced, they danced, they smiled and raised up their hands on the day that Lotus was born. Now there's sign language. I think we should learn the sign language on the day. If you want to do day in sign language, you put one hand under one elbow, you bring the other hand down like this. This is for people who can't speak or hear, or if you just want to add sign language to things because it makes it really fun and interesting. On the day that Lotus was born. On the day that Lotus was born. On the day that Lotus was born, the angels, see those wings? The angels sang, and they blew on their horns, and they danced, they danced. They smiled and raised up their hands on the day that Lotus was born. We have Zara on the day that Zara was born. On the day that Zara was born. On the day that Zara was born, the angels sang, and they blew on their horns, and they danced, they danced. They smiled and raised up their hands on the day that Zara was born. We got Max. Let's do Max. On the day that Max was born. On the day that Max was born. On the day that Max was born, the angels sang, and they blew on their horns, and they danced, they danced. They smiled and raised up their hands on the day that Max was born. Let's do a few more. Wait a minute, hold on. I gotta do one. I gotta tell you, there's somebody whose smile is just filling up my heart. On the day that Mabel was born. On the day that Mabel was born. On the day that Mabel was born, the angels sang, and they blew on their horns, and they danced, they danced. They smiled and raised up their hands on the day that Mabel was born. Okay, wait a minute. On the day that Randall was born. On the day that Randall was born. On the day that Randall was born, the angels sang, and they blew on their horns, and they danced, they danced. They smiled and raised up their hands on the day that Randall was born. Yay! Okay, how about Talia? Talia, on the day that Talia was born. On the day that Talia was born. On the day that Talia was born, the angels sang, and they blew on their horns, and they danced, they danced. They smiled and raised up their hands on the day that Talia was born. I'm gonna send one out to Jeanette. On the day Jeanette was born. On the day Jeanette was born. On the day Jeanette was born, the angels sang, and they blew on their horns, and they danced, they danced. They smiled and raised up their hands on the day Jeanette was born. Hey, Rahan, that was Maya who was doing the dancing, or who was doing that moving around, okay? So we're gonna do one for Maya. On the day that Maya was born. On the day dear little Maya was born. On the day that Maya was born, the angels sang, and they blew on their horns, and they danced, they danced. They smiled and raised up their hands on the day that Brian was, that Maya was born. Okay, this song isn't just for little ones, and we just picked a couple of folks. I want to do everybody now. So, if you were born in the month of May, raise your hand. If you were born in the month of June, raise your hand. Were you born in the month of July? Raise your hand. How about the month of August? Yeah, we go. We got 2 August people. How about September? Okay. Was anybody born in the month of October? November. Yes. Okay. There we go. If you were born in the month of December, raise your hand. How about the month of January? Was anybody born in February? Okay, now we're talking. How about the month of March? And how about those folks who just had their birthdays in April? That should be everybody all together. Here we go. This time I want you to put your own name in the song, all right? Put your name where we're putting everybody else's name. Here we go. On the day that was born, on the day that was born, on the day that was born, the angels sang and they blew on their horns and they danced, they smiled and raised up their hands on the day that each one of us was born, raising up their hands on the day each one of us was born, raising up their hands on the day each one of us was born. Know thou that every created thing is a sign of the revelation of God. Each according to its capacity is and will ever remain a token of the Almighty. Yeah. Okay. If you look at literature over the history of humanity, or particularly, let's call English literature, which is what I grew up with, in the, since, English became a thing, right? Shakespeare, right, would use so many quotes from the Bible in the plays. So many quotes from the Bible just show up throughout, in book titles and all kinds of things. And it's because the Word of God is a great inspiration for everything. It infuses into everything power. And so there's this quote from Baha'u'llah where he says, "Man is the supreme talisman. Lack of a proper education hath, however, deprived him of that which he doth inherently possess. Through a word proceeding out of the mouth of God, he was called into being. By one word more, he was guided to recognize the source of his education. By yet another word, his station and destiny were safeguarded. The great being saith, regard man as a mine rich in gems of inestimable value. Education can alone cause it to reveal its treasures and enable mankind to benefit therefrom." I'm digging for diamonds, looking for gold, tunneling round down deep in my soul, 'cause everything that I might be is laying down there just waiting for me. There's ruby reds and lapis blue, topaz, turquoise, emeralds too. I never know what I might find. Whatever it is, I know that it's mine. Whoa, digging for diamonds. Whoa, prospecting for gold. I know I'm gonna find them, waiting for me down deep in my soul. It's hot down there, but I can take the heat. The pressure on the coal makes the diamonds sweet. It gets dark, but that's alright, 'cause I'm gonna carry me a great big light. I'm pouring down sweat, swinging my axe, putting in the hours, and them's the facts. But every gem I get to shine got, he got, you got, she got, everybody got gold, and that's the truth. Whoa, digging for diamonds. Whoa, prospecting for gold. I know I'm gonna find them waiting for me down deep in my soul. Whoa, digging for diamonds. Whoa, prospecting for gold. I know I'm gonna find them waiting for me down deep in my soul. Digging for diamonds, looking for gold. Whew. Digging for diamonds. We're not perfect at that, are we? That's why we're digging. We keep showing up to get better and better at reflecting the light of the Creator. This is a song I wrote during the pandemic. I was learning a lot, doing online concerts and these things called morning visits with Red. I was making all these video things and putting them up, and I was learning. Wasn't always perfect. And we're not perfect, right? Whenever I'm afraid to try something new, I ask myself, Red, what's the worst you could do? Let the whole world see what in fact is true, that I look like I'm learning, cause I am. Hey, looky over here, I'm a great big mess. I don't know what I'm doing, I confess, but the only road I know to success is to look like I'm learning, cause I am. There are so many things in this world to try. Most of them I just let go by. But some of them call so strong to me, I just jump right in with my two left feet. Whoa, looky over here, I'm a great big mess. I don't know what I'm doing, I confess, but I know I'll never get it right unless I look like I'm learning, cause I am. Let's start learning. It looks like I'm learning, cause I am. There are so many things in this world to try. Most of them I just let go by. But some of them call so strong to me, I just jump right in with my two left feet. Whoa, looky over here, I'm a great big mess. I don't know what I'm doing, I confess, but the only road I know to success is to look like I'm learning. Lord knows I'm learning, it looks like I'm learning, cause I am. Whew. Sometimes it's really so funny. A lot of the time we're so worried about everything having to be perfect, right? And always looking like we've got it figured out. The world can see that we don't. No matter how hard we try to look perfect, we aren't, and the world knows it, right? But we're trying, right? You know, Abdul Baha says, little by little, day by day. So again, during the pandemic, I wrote a couple of little songs about this. I'm not perfect, you're not perfect, nobody is, I hope it's clear. But learning how to love and be loved anyway, that's a big part of why we're here. If I'm not perfect, will you still love me just the way I am? If you're not perfect, I will love you the very best I can. I'm not perfect, you're not perfect, nobody is, I hope it's clear. But learning how to love and be loved anyway, that's a big part of why we're here. Even with our imperfections, we are still amazing. Inside every one of us, a brilliant star is blazing. I'm not perfect, you're not perfect, nobody is, let's make this clear. But learning how to love and be loved anyway, That's a big part of why we're here. Even with your imperfections, you are so amazing. I can see inside of you, a brilliant star is blazing. You feel it? I'm not perfect, you're not perfect, nobody is, I hope it's clear. But learning how to love and be loved anyway, let's start learning how right here. There's a great quote that I love. It's from Abdul Baha. It's attributed to Abdul Baha. He said, His Holiness the Blessed Bab mentions in his book that everyone must consider at the end of the day what have been his actions. If he finds something which would please God, he must thank him and pray to be strengthened to do this act throughout his life. But if his actions have not been approvable or honest, he must earnestly ask God for strength to do better. I love that the first thing he says there is, if we find something good which would please God. The first thing he doesn't say first, if you really messed up, that's where we go with our own heads, isn't it? In our hearts, we always go, oh, I messed up. People saw that I didn't have it together. I wasn't kind, That's where we go first. But that's not where Abdul Baha goes first. The first thing he says is, if he finds something which would please God, he must thank him and pray to be strengthened to do this act throughout his life. Isn't that great? I am enough, just as I am. Simple little me, I'm enough. I am enough, right here, right now. Nothing else I have to be, 'cause I'm enough. Learning as I go, every day I grow, reaching for the sky, I'm enough. When I look, I see it's the same little me, just being who I am, that's enough. You are enough, just as you are. Simple little you, you're enough. You are enough right here, right now. Nothing else you have to be, 'cause you're enough. Every day you grow, learning as you go, reaching for the sky, you're enough. When I look, it's true, it's the same little you, just being who you are, and that's enough. We're human beings. We're not going to stop growing. It's what we do. So you don't have to worry. By accepting that you're enough in the eyes of God right now, doesn't mean you're not going to grow and you're not going to strive and you're not going to make an effort. It just means that right in this little slice of time, you're great. You're blessed. You're wonderful. That's all you have to do. And then you will naturally reach to the sky, because that's what we do. That's what human spirits do. And at the end of the day, we look and see how we've done. I love that he says, if there's something good, you thank God, because grace led you to it, right? You thank God and beg him that you might be able to do that over and over again for the rest of your life. And then, of course, the things that we need to work on, because we're not perfect, we work on. Oh, man. Let me see. Well, we might as well go ahead and do this one. If there were one song, if I were only given the grace to do one song in my life, write one song. This was Kathy and I wrote this together. She was big on this one. She had a big part in this song, but this would be the one song. Wait a minute, I gotta get that in tune. There's one note that's out of tune. Sorry. Getting this in tune. There we go. Okay, let's try it now. See me beautiful, look for the best in me. It's what I really am, and all I want to be. It may take some time, it may be hard to find, but see me beautiful. See me beautiful each and every day. Could you take a chance? Could you find a way to see me shining through in everything I do, and see me beautiful? La da la da da la da da. La da da la da da la da da. See me beautiful each and every day. Could you take a chance? Could you find a way to see me shining through in everything I do, and see me beautiful? Yeah. Okay, let's see. Emilio, how you doing? I didn't know you were there. How you doing, Emilio? We're gonna do this song for Emilio and all the other kids, big or little. Teaching peace all the world around, you and me, every city, every town, one by one, in our work and in our play. We are teaching peace by what we do and what we say. It's up to us to show we care, reaching out to everybody, everywhere, heart to heart and friend to friend, circling all around the world and back again. Teaching peace all the world around, you and me, every city, every town, one by one, in our work and in our play. We are teaching peace by what we do and what we say. We are teaching peace by what we do and what we say. Sound off! 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Wait a minute, let's try Farsi. Yek do say chahar, 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 yek do say chahar. Wait a minute, how about Chinese? E R san se, 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 E R san se. So take my hand and come along. It's time to sing the world a brand new song. So sing it loud and sing it clear, all together now, so everyone can hear. Teaching peace all the world around, you and me, every city. Are we saying every city in the whole world? Every town? Every single one? One by one, in our work and in our play, we are teaching peace by what we do and what we say. Yay, 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 yay. Well, let me see. I'm not, you know what? I'm not sure how long you want me to go, but how long do you go?
Greg Grammar, I sent a message to you on the chat.
You did. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Oh, that's Emilio. Okay. Yes. Wait a minute. The black thing makes a noise? What the black thing? What's the black thing? Yay.
If I could interrupt, friends,
Sure.
if you have any questions you wish to ask Red Grammar, please put them in the chat and we'll read those questions out to Red. Or if you have any requests, please put them
Yes. I'd love to see what your questions might be. Thank you for
And for those of you that are watching this on YouTube, if you have any questions or comments, please send me a message, text message at my phone, and I'll read them out to Red. My phone number is 281-788-0380. So that's this has been a very joyous morning. What a wonderful day, wonderful way to start a weekend to listen to Red Grammar. I mean, I'm just so happy. I keep thinking of my younger days when my kids were young and we used to be singing Red Grammar songs. All cassettes, by the way, Red.
Sorry?
We used to play your songs on cassettes before there was digital technology and all that available. So
Yeah. Wow. The cassettes, and then I went to CDs, and now it's to streaming. You can find them all on Spotify and Apple Music and Amazon Music, all those things. Yeah.
it's timing is up to you, Red. You can have as much time, or if you feel like that's enough, your call. We normally go about an hour.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's been
So Mabel just asked for I Think You're Wonderful. I think that's a good idea.
okay.
Mabel, you want it in English? Because I have a Hawaiian version too. Yeah, but let's do it in English. Maybe I'll throw in one chorus of Hawaiian. We'll see. I think you're wonderful. When somebody says that to me, when somebody says that to me, I feel wonderful. I feel wonderful, as wonderful can be, as wonderful can be. It makes me want to say, it makes me want to say the same thing to somebody new, the same thing to somebody new. And by the way, I've been meaning to say, and by the way, I've been meaning to say, I think you're wonderful too. If we practice this phrase in the most honest way, and find something special in someone each day, lift up the world one heart at a time. It all starts by saying this one simple line. I think you're wonderful. When somebody says that to me, I feel wonderful, as wonderful can be. It makes me want to say the same thing to somebody new. And by the way, I've been meaning to say, I think you're thank you guys for joining us today. It's really
Now,
nice to see your
Grammar,
shining
I sent
eyes.
another message to you on the chat.
It's something about a black button. I don't know. There's a black button somewhere. Yay.
By
Thank
the way,
you.
Mabel, that was a wonderful request. I should have thought about that. It's one of my favorite songs of Red.
Yay.
Friends, I'm very grateful. As I know, all the Baha'is of Austin are grateful that you accepted our invitation to speak, Red. Thank you so very much. In addition to the Zoom link, we had also sent out a YouTube link for this event. Once we finish this event, the YouTube link will be live and we can share it with other friends and they'll be able to watch this program, see this program. I also want to tell you that in June the 2nd, we're going back to Friday Night Firesides. Our speaker will be Dr. Wahid Ranjbar. And as you know, Wahid Ranjbar is a nuclear scientist. He works for all the big nuclear labs. And he will speak about what Chat GPT can teach us about the human soul. I'm excited about learning what, I have no idea what Chat GPT does or doesn't do, but I'm surely wanting to know about the connection between that and the human soul. So I will be sending out the invitations to all of you, my normal invitations, and I hope you all will join us. So Nabil Yazdani's comment is, I want to thank you for the beauty you have brought over decades for children and adults. In addition to growing up with these songs, my family has enjoyed the tablet of Ahmed, both the story and the actual tablet that you intoned. And then Neeli Sanai, watching on YouTube, says, greetings of Allah Akbar from Canada. So wonderful. We've got a wide audience. I don't know where Emrance Mello is from, but I don't know where he or she is from. Mabel has a hand up.
Emirates is in South Africa. Siri is in Denmark. So we've got an international audience.
Wow.
Very cool.
Welcome all. Delighted that you could join us. If you post your email and chat, I will make sure you're on our mailing list and get invited for future events. So, did somebody have their hand up? I heard, and Mabel, go ahead.
Yes, I just want to tell Red that years ago, my second grade classroom presented all the songs from his album Teaching Peace for a Mother's Day program here in Hidalgo, Texas, right here on the border. And I had a big piñata made in Reynosa across the river, and a father brought it in his truck, and they had to remove the cafeteria door to bring it in. And we put it on the stage, and the children, and we painted it, of course, as the world, and the children danced around it when we sang Teaching Peace. And many mothers came to me later after the program and told me how much they loved that Mother's Day program with all the Teaching Peace songs presented by different classrooms.
Mabel, that's so great. That's something those kids will never forget. That big thing coming through the cafeteria doors. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. That's so
yes, they have not forgotten it. many of them remember.
Wow.
At the end of the year, on the very last day of school, we took the piñata, the big world, to the gym, and we smashed it. Everybody had a chance to beat it at least once.
Wow.
Also, while we're at it, Red, I would like to extend you an invitation to come live to Austin. I'm sure there'll be a large crowd here to listen, to join in. So you tell us when you're available. I'll coordinate. I'll ask the assembly to make arrangements. But we would love to actually have you here live. We have a lot of activities here, and I think you will enjoy this community. It's quite a little bit like San Francisco, but cheaper.
I hear wonderful things about Austin. It's been a while since I've been there. Yeah.
So please do on your travel schedules, put Austin on your list. We'd love to host you.
Thank you. Thank you to everybody. And by the way, to Neely Sanai in Canada, how excited are we about the National House of Worship that you will be building in Canada? Just takes my breath away. So excited. Oh,
Yeah.
so congratulations, and
Yes.
of course to the other places in the world that were recently designated as places for temples. So great. But to all our friends in Canada, we know how excited you are. We're very proud of you for all of the worthiness that you've generated that would make you be a site for a national house of worship. It's beautiful. Anyway,
Absolutely.
thank you so much, you guys. It was wonderful being with you.
Thank you, Red. Not enough words to thank you, and I really truly appreciate you accepting our invitation to join us. So thank you.
Thank you.
And Red's albums are available online if you want to buy them. CDs and other formats are available.
Yes.
Is there a preferred distributor that we should get from, or?
No, it doesn't matter. There's a wonderful Baha'i distributor that has all of the Baha'i music.
Brilliant Ideas. No, what is it called?
No. Good heavens. I can't remember. John Resin, please forgive me. My mind I'm a 70-year-old. I can't remember. It's 9. It's got the 9. Can't remember. Anyway, but any outlet is fine. It's all good. It's all good.
Thank you
guys
again.
so much.
Right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Jeanette, good to see you. Turn your sound on.
Okay, there. Is it off on now?